Good morning from Labuan Bajo. We are on the island of Flores, and this is home of the komodo boat trips. This is going to be, Labuan Bajo is going to be your launching point for all these liveaboard boats. We've connected with Travass Life, and we are going to experience a 3-night, 4-day trip, and we're going to be doing things like obviously Komodo Island, Manta Point, Strawberry Hill, just all the classic Flores boat trip destinations. So over the next few videos, we're going to highlight our experience on those destinations. But today it's all about the boat, really. So once we get onto our boats, we're basically waiting for a little boat to taxi us out to the big boat. We'll show you that whole process. We'll show you our boat, kind of lay the foundation for what it's going to be like to live on this boat with 3 kids, including a 9, 7, and 2-year-old. And the 2-year-old's kind of the big wild card for me. But how that's all going to be, we'll show you today, and what you can expect if you come here and do a liveaboard out of Flores. And once our boat pulls up, I will begin the process. All right, we'll touch base then. All right, so Gio and the crew loading up this little boat, which will take us out to the big boat. It's about 8:30 in the morning right now. All right, so we're just approaching the Papitone. This will be our home for the next few nights. And it looks like a huge boat. Yeah, just for us, that's great. And again, we're on a private boat, and RT, who's kind of our first mate, is talked about how this trip's all about flexibility with the kids, so they're going to definitely be willing to adjust itineraries as needed. So here we are, let's get off and see what the boat's all about. So once you get settled and get through sort of an orientation, we'll give you a proper tour of the boat. All right, so first thing with our orientation is we're greeted with some welcome juice. Cheers! Woohoo! All right, so let me take a second to talk about the price. Now, again, we are with Travass Life, links down below. And our total trip in rupiahs costs 43,020,000 rupiah, which is for 3 nights, 4 days, and all the itinerary that goes along with that, which we'll be showing you in the next few videos. Now, the price was, I would say, in about the lower end of bids that we received from different companies. So we felt pretty good, and that's about 3,000 is where we wanted to be for this excursion for our family of 5. Now that includes, of course, all of your boat, fuel, transportation costs, that's your captain, the crew, everything. And these 3-night trips are not inexpensive, but again, for $3,000, it seemed pretty good compared to some of the other bids we received. And I also like that Travass Life was so personable with us. Immediately through WhatsApp, I started texting with Gio, and he answered all my questions right away, sent pictures, clarified information, and it was great. So we felt, I think, most comfortable with him. And we're very excited now for the next 3 days, 3 nights, 4 days, to take you along and show you all the destinations. Drop a comment down below if you have any sort of questions about any of our experience thus far. Welcome to Kelor Island. This is our first stop aboard our 3-night, 4-day liveaboard cruise with Travass Life out of Flores. And this Kelor Island here is all about a big hike, and I think we're walking up to that ridge for that viewpoint. Should be very pretty. They also have really nice white sand beaches. Forest and Cedar are going to stay there, and Grant, Kelly, and I are going to do the big hike up. But again, you see, hello, Pagi. Lots of coconut drinks. Hello, Pagi.
Selamat pagi.
Lots of nice little knickknacks like that. But again, this is stop 1, day 1, so we're going to kind of bypass that, but just say hi to people as we can. And up we go. So just as we get a few steps even onto the ridge, the view already opens up to something quite beautiful. Ooh, it is definitely a little bit of a scramble. As you can see, ooh, gorgeous scenery. The water just opens up, and we're not even to the top yet. Ooh, but it's good. After a few days of kind of bumping around Bali, it's nice to get out and stretch the legs a little. Whew. So one of the first things the crew told us aboard is how flexible they're willing to be with us, as we have forest. It's always a wild card. So I mean, they're way down there, and the idea of walking up the ridge with him, and he totally refused to put on his bathing suit, so he's down there naked. Would have been really hard. So the fact that the crew was able to split up, willing to do that on our behalf, speaks highly of Travass Life. And again, they have an itinerary, but it's totally set to what it is we want to do. And I just love the fact that they're so willing to accommodate our family. That's another advantage of being on a private boat tour, is that you have that kind of flexibility. But the views up here are stunning. 10:15 in the morning right now. Okay, while Kelly and the kids are off at the beach playing, I wanted to take the moment while the boat's quiet to do a room tour. So let's talk about where we are now. Back of the boat, this is sort of the main hangout area, and there's going to always be fruit, crackers, cookies, snake fruit, orange apples, all that's just going to constantly be available. This is the fridge. These little add-ons, okay, so like all these little beers are and cokes. There's like a little price list here for that stuff. These are the beers we brought, so no problem to bring your own alcohol, and if you run out you can supplement or just buy theirs in the first place. Again, unlimited coffee, unlimited water. And let's walk around the boat for a second here. All right, this is the first bedroom. This is the one that's geared more towards like the master suite. So you've got all your plugins, you've got space, workspace here, queen size bed, and this has its own bathroom. So you've got toilet, shower sprayer, all right here just off the back of the boat. Oh, I should tell you, air conditioning, thank goodness, because it's hot and sweaty, so each room has its own air conditioner. All right, continuing on now. We were going to stay in this room, but when I show you the kids' room, you'll see why we chose to go downstairs. So you also have in the front of the boat little beanbag loungers, which will be nice later. And you've got the hammocks. So we'll definitely be spending time just chilling in the cargo nets. All right, we'll continue back. Snorkel gear. Okay, now this is the room that Kelly and I kind of have exploded into, but you can see it's the same basic room. It's got the queen bed, lots of plugs up there, air conditioner, and the reason we wanted this room is for a little extra space. You got more windows in this room, but more space, and also the kids. The kids are next door here in this bunk room. So again, they've exploded. No, you know, hey, real life, sorry about the mess. So bunk beds, probably what will happen is Forrest and one of the kids will sleep down there and one might sleep up there. Who knows? It's up to them. But we wanted to be close in case Forrest wanted to come into our bed, you know, that kind of thing. He definitely co-sleeps a lot. So if we were upstairs, that might have been difficult to deal with at like 2 in the morning. So we are right next door. They can just knock on the wall if they need us. Okay, continuing on. Lots of life jackets. These are all over the boat. And let's see, this is the kind of the downstairs bathroom. Now all these bathrooms are private to us, so this is probably where we're going to primarily base our bathroom needs. Big enough bathroom, shower, and so on. The back of the boat's the kitchen. I'll show you that at some point or another, but just to give you a sneak peek. Hey Pac. Kitchen, we've got some kind of fish stock going, cutting up squid. Oh, that's gonna be so good. And then in the back, hey Pac, how you doing? Woohoo, in the kitchen. Hello. I'll introduce later. I'll come back to proper kitchen tour, but the fact that I'm seeing him with those little squid, yum, can't wait. All right, that's, let's see, pretty much the whole segment of the boat to show you. This is a little sneak passageway up to the top of the boat. Oh, I guess there is one more thing I can show you. So just to give you perspective, here's the back of the boat where you're going to hang out in the shade. Up towards the front, captain's chambers. Up towards the front. Now you also have access to the roof when the boat stopped. You know, with a generator going, it's not great, but with that quiet, could be a cool place to hang out. That's it for the boat. It's going to be great. I can't wait to be on here for 3 nights, 4 days. And I'll bring you along with us so you can experience what it's like to be on a liveaboard here right off the side of Flores. It's beautiful. All right, Hi, welcome to Manjarite Island. This is day 1, stop 2 on our liveaboard with Travass Life. And it is gorgeous. It's all about the snorkeling here and that long jetty. Man, is that gorgeous, the sea, the colors. And so once we're all parked up, I think the plan is for us to get off the boat and enjoy snorkeling for as much time as we would want. I love the no stress itinerary, kind of take as much time as we need. But yeah, that's pretty gorgeous. All right, so we just spent some time enjoying the jetty, doing some photos. Forrest is on the boat with the crew and he's just screaming his head off, so we're gonna pretend like we don't hear him. But again, that goes to the flexibility of the Travass crew, is the fact that they're able to take Forrest. They don't mind if we don't mind, and so we're gonna go enjoy some snorkeling. That, or he'd have to be sort of here, or one of us would have to stay back. But the fact that the crew is totally willing to be flexible and help us that way, that's awesome. All right, snorkeling is fantastic. Everybody's just enjoying their time. And you're right over the coral. I mean, just from the boat, we can see all types of fish. So I'm gonna put the camera away for a little bit and head on in, enjoy some time in the water. Just a beautiful area. 45 minutes later of snorkeling, and it's back to the boat based on the fact that we're all hungry and it's about 1 o'clock. So right back to the boat and we'll see. Oh my gosh. I can already tell you Forrest is sleeping and he is totally passed out in this guy's lap. Okay, I don't know if you saw that. I'll show you right when we get on board. It was the cutest thing in the world. Alright, totally adorable. Passed right out. So we were hearing him screaming on the water, and that's for Forrest's big tell that he's tired. He just loses it, throws a huge fat fit, and now he is passed out. So we're gonna go enjoy lunch.
In peace and quiet.
In peace and quiet, yeah. We'll take that any day of the week. All right, so our first lunch was served, and we've got all types of mixed greens, calamari, zucchini, fish, and like a nice veggie broth, because we did talk to them about Kelly being vegetarian, and they said no problem, they will accommodate. And it looks great. We're gonna get started. All right, we're working our way through the first meal and it's delicious. And one thing I wanted to point out is how sustainable everything is. Nothing on this table is disposable, right down to the metal straws with the juice that they just brought. And how's the food?
It's delicious. It's really good.
I see my favorite, the calamari, Cal.
And this vegetable soup is amazing.
Why don't I do a little food sample for you? This is the squid. Okay. Absolutely delicious. The squid is in a ginger-based sauce, tomato, shallot, outstanding. So the food, if it's gonna be like this for the next 3 days, we're gonna be doing just fine. All right, up next for our third stop of the day is Strawberry Rock, and I'm really excited to see this. A big pink rock formation, and onto the dinghy boat we go. So I want to point out why everyone's kind of getting settled. There was another boat sort of in line before us, and Travass Life, the crew here, they're like, look, have a cup of coffee, we'll take our time. And now we get to experience this by ourselves. A potential other company that didn't care about such details probably would have thrown us right under the dinghy and taken us right there with the other group, and it would have been a very crowded place. So again, the fact that, and this is the other group here, but just the fact that Travass Life thinks about those details, I think speaks well for the company. On to Strawberry Rock. Wow, so again, the pink rock is amazing, and what a stop. This is probably one of my favorites just because it's a combination of beautiful views and epic pink rocks. So the nice thing about the Strawberry Rocks here is there's just so many places to climb, and it all just goes on, and really no matter which way you point the camera, you've got a beautiful view. This is gorgeous.
So this has been a really cool stop on our first day on the liveaboard at Strawberry Hill, because the geology here is just fascinating. They were saying that this is magnesium, and then it definitely has like pinks but also the yellows and gold color mixed in there and browns, and it's really just amazing. And they said once it rains, all this like chalky dust will go away and it turns into a really bright pink color. But we also not only just hung out here for the afternoon, but we also saw sea turtles swimming around in the bay, and it has been just a really cool place to do Instagram photos and to shoot for the YouTube channel. And so lots of cool things to see up here. Great photo shoots for the family and a pretty neat spot to see wildlife.
Oh, what? Looks like we got some surprises.
Whoa, dragon fruit!
And maybe fried banana. I think fried banana. So again, this is gonna definitely hit the spot. Let's move this chocolate plate right. Oh, and they're still warm. They must have just fried these. All right, chocolate banana. Mmm.
Here, I'll get a.
Sweet, fruity, delicious. All right, we're gonna dig in. Yummy. All right, so our last stop, stop 4 of day 1, is Kalong Island. Now, you might know this island. This is Bat Island. In about 20 minutes or so, they say 6 o'clock, thousands of bats are gonna launch into the air from there. We'll see those bats, we'll catch an epic sunset, and yeah, what a great way to cap off day 1 here on this boat from Travass Life. Fantastic. All right, so you probably can't see this so well on the GoPro, but there are literally thousands of bats launching from the island, and they're all flying right over the boat. Wow, that is cool. So what a way to wrap up day 1 with all those bats flying. Fantastic. Kids are just chilling. Kelly's grabbing photos. Oh, there are a ton of boats out here now. For us to see these bats as sort of the capstone of day 1 on the liveaboard. Oh, beautiful, what a day. If there's good light, I'll show you dinner. I'm sure it'll be delicious, and if not, hey, we'll see you next time.